If you have been feeling like a shadow of your former self lately, if your limbs feel heavy, your mind feels foggy, and you are starting to wonder why your blood pressure medication seems to be draining the very life out of you, then you are in the right place. Most people over the age of 40 believe that the pills sitting on their nightstand are their only defense against a heart attack or a stroke. But what if I told you that your daily prescription might actually be sabotaging your energy, your muscles, and your metabolic health? Today, we are going to dive deep into 5 specific warning signs that your medication is not just managing a number on a chart, but actively weakening your body. Before we get into these critical alerts, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you value evidence-based health insights. If you've ever felt physically weaker after starting a new blood pressure regimen, drop a comment below and tell me about your experience, because your story helps others realize they are not alone. My name is Dr. Harrison Blake, and for the past 15 years, I have dedicated my career to untangling the complex relationship between chronic medication use and the actual biological vitality of my patients. I have spent thousands of hours in clinics and laboratories working with men and women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s who are tired of just surviving and ready to start thriving again. My goal here is simple: to help you understand your own physiology so well that you can walk into your doctor's office with the knowledge to ask the right questions and demand better outcomes for your longevity. Let us start with the first major sign: persistent muscle weakness and exercise intolerance. Many of the most commonly prescribed blood pressure medications, particularly beta blockers, work by slowing down your heart rate and blocking the adrenaline receptors that give you that get-up-and-go feeling. While this effectively lowers the pressure in your arteries, it also blunts your body's ability to respond to physical exertion. You might find that you used to enjoy a brisk walk around the block, but now your legs feel like lead, or you feel breathless after just a few minutes. You are not just tired. Your muscles are being denied the natural stimulation they need to stay strong. When you feel that sense of fatigue, it is not always age. It is often the chemistry of the drug suppressing your natural metabolic drive. Think of it like trying to drive a car with the emergency brake partially engaged. You can press the gas pedal as hard as you want, but the car will not move efficiently, and eventually the engine will start to overheat and struggle. The second red flag is something I see far too often in my practice: chronic, unexplained brain fog and memory lapses. Your brain is a high-demand organ that requires a steady, precise flow of blood to operate at peak performance. If your blood pressure medication is overly aggressive and drives your systemic pressure down too low, your brain may not begin perfusion it needs to maintain focus, concentration, and mental clarity. Patients often come to me convinced they are entering early-onset cognitive decline, only to realize that their dose was simply too high for their specific body. This is not about the medication being inherently bad. It is about the medication being the wrong tool for your individual metabolic landscape. If you find yourself walking into a room and forgetting why you are there, or if you feel as though your thoughts are moving to molasses, your medication dose may be the hidden culprit behind that cognitive haze. Moving into our third sign, we have to talk about something that rarely gets discussed in the doctor's office: the sudden disruption of your sleep patterns and nighttime anxiety. It is common knowledge that certain blood pressure drugs, such as beta blockers, suppress the production of melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone critical for sleep, immune system function, and mental health. If you're waking up at 3 a.m., unable to get back into a deep, restorative sleep, or if you feel a strange sense of nervous energy despite being exhausted, look at your nightly routine. By dampening your heart's natural rhythm, your body may be struggling to regulate its internal clock. Good sleep is the foundation of energy. If your medicine is stealing your sleep, it is stealing your ability to recover from the stress of the day, and that is a cycle that needs to be broken immediately. The fourth indicator is the presence of persistent electrolyte imbalances, specifically magnesium and potassium deficiencies. Many diuretics, which are frequently used as first-line treatments for high blood pressure, work by encouraging your kidneys to flush out excess sodium. However, in the process of dumping that sodium, the kidneys often dump essential minerals like potassium and magnesium along with it. These minerals are the spark plugs for your cellular energy. Without them, your heart cannot beat with a steady, strong rhythm, and your muscles will cramp, spasm, and fatigue prematurely. Have you noticed frequent leg cramps, twitching eyelids, or a racing heart during moments of rest? These are often subtle but loud screams from your body telling you that the mineral balance has been shifted too far. You cannot build a healthy, long-lived body on a foundation of mineral depletion. Finally, the fifth warning sign is a drastic, unexplained shift in your lipid profile, specifically an increase in triglycerides and a drop in your beneficial HDL cholesterol. Sometimes, the metabolic trade-off for controlling blood pressure is a worsening of your cardiovascular risk factors. If your medication is causing you to become more sedentary because of fatigue we discussed earlier, your body's metabolism slows down. This creates a negative feedback loop where your blood sugar management becomes less efficient. Your triglycerides begin to climb, and your HDL, the protective cholesterol that clears the arteries, begins to plummet. It is a paradox of modern medicine. You are taking a pill to protect your heart, but the pill's side effects are creating a lifestyle that puts your heart at higher risk. Now, I want to be very clear. I am not telling you to stop taking your medication today. That would be dangerous. What I am telling you is that you need to become the primary manager of your own health. The number on your blood pressure monitor is only one metric. How you feel, how you move, how you sleep, and how you think are equally important metrics. When you go back to your physician, focus on the symptoms. Tell them about the heavy legs. Tell them about the brain fog. Tell them about the insomnia or the muscle cramps. Ask them specifically if the dosage or the type of medication you are on might be contributing to these issues. There are often alternative medications or lifestyle interventions that can achieve the same blood pressure control without the heavy toll on your vitality. Think of your body as a high-performance vehicle. You need to keep the chassis strong, the engine clean, and the fuel mixture balanced. If you find that you are constantly needing to shift gears just to keep up with daily life, it is time to check under the hood. You deserve to live a life characterized by vibrancy, not just the absence of a cardiovascular event. Longevity is not just about extending your years. It is about extending your vitality. You have the power to advocate for yourself, to research your options, and to work with your healthcare team to find a solution that keeps you safe while allowing you to flourish. We started this journey today by identifying the hidden traps that medication can set. We talked about how beta blockers, diuretics, and other common treatments can interfere with your muscles, your brain, your sleep, your minerals, and your lipid metabolism. We have established that these symptoms, the lethargy, the fog, the cramps, are not just parts of getting older. They are data points. They are signals from your body that something is out of balance. My goal for you is to take this information and turn it into action. Start by documenting how you feel at different times of the day. Keep a log of your energy levels after taking your medication. When you have this data, your conversation with your doctor becomes empowered. You are no longer just a passive recipient of a prescription. You are an active partner in your own wellness strategy. Remember that health is a lifelong project. It requires consistent effort, a willingness to learn, and the courage to ask difficult questions. You have already taken a massive step simply by watching this video and educating yourself on the nuances of your own health. The human body is remarkably resilient, and it is usually ready to heal if you provide it with the right environment. By addressing these 5 warning signs, you are not just potentially changing your medication. You are changing your mindset. You are moving from a state of fear to a state of control. You are choosing to prioritize your daily quality of life alongside your long-term cardiovascular health. I want to thank you for spending this time with me today. It is truly an honor to be part of your health journey. If you found this information valuable, please make sure to share this video with a friend or family member who might be struggling with these same issues. You never know whose life could be changed by a simple piece of information that helps them feel empowered enough to talk to their doctor. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update as we continue to explore the science of longevity and vitality together. What is one habit you are going to change this week to help support your heart health naturally? Let me know in the comments below. I read every one of them, and I look forward to hearing about your progress. Until next time, stay curious, stay proactive, and keep working toward the healthiest version of yourself. Your future self will thank you for the work you are doing today. You have the capability to live a long, energetic, and fulfilling life, and it all starts with a small, informed choices you make every single day. Let us keep moving forward together, one step at a time, toward a better, more vibrant future. Now, before you close that tab and carry on with your day, there's a deeper layer to this conversation that we need to peel back. We often focus on the mechanics of the heart, the cholesterol numbers, and the blood pressure readings, but we rarely address the emotional architecture that supports these biological systems. Living with the chronic stress of managing a condition, or even just the anxiety of wondering if your current protocol is failing you, is a metabolic burden in itself. When you are in a state of high alert, your body is bathed in cortisol and adrenaline, hormones that effectively work against the very medications you are taking to stabilize your heart rate and improve your vascular health. Consider the concept of biological feedback loops. Your brain and your heart are in a constant, high-speed conversation through the vagus nerve. If you are constantly worried about your health, your brain sends signals of distress to your heart, which then respond with erratic rhythms or increased workload. This is why I am so adamant about the importance of stress mitigation techniques. It is not just some wellness trend. It is a clinical necessity. If you're taking a beta blocker to slow your heart rate, but you're spending your evenings ruminating on worst-case scenarios, you are effectively running a marathon while standing still. You are pushing the gas pedal and the brake at the same time. To truly optimize your health, you have to find that stillness. It might be through structured meditation, or it might be as simple as changing your environment. Some of my most successful patients found that just 30 minutes of walking in a park, without a phone or a podcast to distract them, lowered their resting blood pressure more effectively than a modest adjustment in their dosage. Let us dig deeper into the dietary component, because this is where most of the confusion resides. We hear so much noise about superfoods and restrictive diets, but the truth is almost boringly simple. Your heart craves consistency in whole, unprocessed inputs. When you ingest highly processed foods, you're not just getting calories. You're getting a cocktail of inflammatory agents. Chronic, low-grade systemic inflammation is the silent partner to heart disease. It damages the endothelium, the inner lining of your blood vessels, and makes it easier for plaque to accumulate. Think of your blood vessels like plumbing. If the pipes are smooth and clear, water flows effortlessly. Inflammation creates little nicks and scratches in those pipes, and that is where the debris starts to catch. By focusing on fiber, antioxidants, and healthy fats, you are essentially coating your pipes and allowing the flow to remain clear. I want you to think about your grocery shopping habits this week. Instead of looking for heart-healthy labels on boxes, which are often marketing ploys anyway, try to shop solely from the perimeter of a store. Vegetables, fruits, high-quality proteins, and healthy sources of fat like nuts and seeds. These items do not need ingredient labels because they're the ingredients. When you simplify your fuel, you simplify your body's workload. And when the body is not struggling to process additives and synthetic fillers, it can dedicate its precious energy to repair and maintenance. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the role of exercise. We are often told that we need to hit the gym for an hour a day, 5 days a week, and for many people, that is simply not a sustainable reality. It feels like an impossible hurdle, so they do nothing instead. I want to shift that perspective. Your heart does not know the difference between a dedicated 45 minutes on a treadmill and moving your body consistently throughout the day. If you find it hard to carve out a massive chunk of time, start by stacking your movement. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Park at the back of the parking lot. Do 10 minutes of brisk walking after every meal. This is called movement snacking, and the cumulative effect on your metabolic health is profound. It keeps your blood sugar stable. It improves insulin sensitivity, and it keeps your circulation robust. Remember, your heart is a muscle, and like any other muscle, it thrives on regular, moderate use. It does not need to be pushed to exhaustion to become stronger. It just needs to be challenged enough to trigger a positive, adaptive response. There's also the matter of sleep, which is perhaps the most underrated pillar of cardiovascular wellness. During deep sleep, your heart rate dips, your blood pressure lowers, and your body goes into repair mode. It is when the brain clears out metabolic waste, and the heart gets its much-needed recovery time. When you are chronically sleep-deprived, you are denying your heart its only chance to rest. The result is often an increase in inflammation and a heightened sensitivity to stress throughout the following day. If you have been struggling to get 7 to 8 hours of quality rest, look at your sleep hygiene. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and free of blue light-emitting screens at least an hour before bed. Consider this your nightly medical intervention, because that is exactly what it is. As we continue to navigate this journey together, I want you to start keeping a health journal. It does not have to be complicated. Just a simple notebook where you record how you feel after your meals, how you slept, and your energy levels throughout the day. When you visit your doctor, this data becomes gold. Instead of saying, "I feel fine," you can say, "I notice that my heart feels a bit fluttery on Tuesday afternoons after my meetings," or "I feel significantly less fatigued when I prioritize fiber in the morning." This level of detail turns your doctor from a guesser into a precise diagnostician. It shows them that you are paying attention, and it opens up a collaborative dialogue that is far more productive than a standard checkup. I want to leave you with one final thought. The process of taking control of your health is not linear. You will have days where you fall back into old habits, and that is okay. The goal is not perfection. The goal is consistency and awareness. If you have a day where you do not eat perfectly or you skip your walk, do not discard your entire strategy. Just get back on track the next morning. Each day is a blank slate. Your heart does not keep a score of your failures. It only responds to what you do next. You are the primary advocate for your own longevity. Doctors provide the tools, the diagnostics, and the guidance, but you are the one living in the laboratory of your own body every second of every day. You have more power than you realize. Your choices are the single most significant influence on your future health trajectory. So, take that power back. Be the patient who asks the tough questions. Be the person who prioritizes their well-being even when it is inconvenient. Be the advocate for your own vitality. I am proud of you for sticking with this conversation. It takes a certain kind of person to look at their health with this much focus and resolve. Keep building on this momentum. Keep seeking the truth about your body, and never settle for feeling less than your best. We're going to continue exploring these topics in depth, turning complex science into actionable lifestyle changes that you can use immediately. Thank you for your trust and for your commitment to a better version of yourself. I cannot wait to hear about the changes you start to see in your own life. Keep pushing, keep learning, and as always, keep heart-centered in everything you do. The road ahead is bright, and with the right foundation, you are going to walk it with the vitality and energy you deserve. See you in the next one.